Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Kev Play. This is Kevin, and we are on episode 18 of The Last of Us Part 2. Um, yeah. So last time we went on, we continued the flashback with Joel and Ellie, young Ellie, taking place after the events of the first game. They're much more on, happier terms with each other. I mean, they grew to love each other, and Joel was giving her a surprise for her birthday. Brought her to a dinosaur museum with a space exhibit, and then eventually we went to this, I guess, like wildlife um, museum that was kind of like uncharted territory for Joel. But Ellie ends up going for a ride in the what's it called, the space shuttle thing, and um, the lunar lander, I think it was, and then yeah, so it ends with Ellie kind of lost in the dark in this wildlife exhibit, and then she's seeing all this like cryptic messages on the walls, and it turns out it's from the Fireflies, like the last of the Fireflies, pretty much. It was pretty much like showcasing like that, or establishing that they fell, like there was like the Fireflies experienced a downfall, and it probably has a lot to do with what Joel did at the end of the game, of the first game. um, and after this nice little outing between Joel and Ellie, and this like great camaraderie and this love that they share with each other, we're kind of reminded that it's built on lies. And whether Ellie knows the truth subconsciously or not, I think she feels it. I think that was kind of like a little bit of a wrench in their fun when they came across that, and that's why Joel was kind of just like, oh, let's keep moving, like let's get moving so we can start a fire before it gets darker or something like that, or like get back to uh, Tommy's place. But yeah, it's very interesting how we can fall in we can fall into what was such a heartwarming, joyous, loving moment, a time with between the two characters, and then you're reminded that not everything is what it seems. There's always something a little bit more darker underlying, and that's what Joel chose to do in order to save Ellie. But and it's kind of sad in a way because Ellie, she's kind of meandering in that last episode, just having fun putting hats on dinosaurs, just not a care in the world, really. But it's also a reminder that she was prepared to do something that really meant something to the world from her perspective. And it was kind of robbed from her, whether she knows it or not. And but I think she feels that, like, at one time I did have a very big purpose, and now I guess this is what we do now. Even though we had a good time, it was that it was a little fruitless and a little meandering, I guess, and that she fun is fun, but I think she'd rather have something to live for more than just this father daughter relationship that they've struck. They can have both, but something more, and then they still live in this hopeless world and all that. So I don't know. That's just my summation of that. Hello, Peppa Pig. How's it going?
Better go see what's up.
I see you were playing Celeste right just now. I figure we'll go back up. That's good to know. I also heard you beat Stray, which is cool. Now, you said you finished Stray, but did you platinum Stray, or did you just finish the main story? Let's see what we got going over here. All right, so I think we did pretty much everything. Let's see what's going on with Dina. Is Dina up? She's not up. I mean, she is up. She's not here. Oh, you're still playing it for the platinum, I guess? for the trophies. Yeah, because there's replayability. Like, I imagine the last thing you'll be doing is you have to complete the game in 2 hours, and after you've done all the initial trophies, it's all gonna come secondhand nature to you. Like, you're gonna understand all the puzzles. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, for me, I just did it in one fell swoop. Games like Death Stranding are games I'll try to platinum later. Okay, so I think we hear a bit of stack on the radio. I think we're supposed to find where. Oh, is this where we are? Ah, okay. Ooh.
Hey. How hot do I look right now?
Pretty hot. How'd you fix it?
It was a loose connection. Antenna. They found our mess at the school.
Good.
This guy, Owen, he went AWOL.
Maybe Tommy got to him.
Maybe.
What about her?
Nothing yet.
Unit Romeo, you are requested at Site 2. Repeat, you are requested at Site 2. Confirm.
So, the numbers are locations. The TV station we were at, that's 6. There's a lot of chatter coming out of 2, so I'm assuming that's their home base. That helps.
Look. Last night was... stupid.
Casualties reported in 14. All available units report. Over. This is Site 13. Unit Lena nearby. How many scars you got? Over. Negative on scars. Lone male trespasser. Armed.
Lone male
Over.
trespasser?
Tommy, where's 14?
Not 100% sure.
Okay, then guess.
If this is 7, 12's all the way over here. I guess it's somewhere in this neighborhood?
Hillcrest. Okay. Tina?
Yeah. Not good.
Hey. I'll go get him. You keep tracking them, okay?
Yeah, okay. Wait. Give me your hand. It's for good luck.
I don't believe in luck.
I do.
Okay, Hillcrest. Is this the right place? Definitely the right place.
So it was a new day.
It's gotta be Tommy. Shit.
We completed day one of Seattle with, and it took 13 episodes to do. 13 hours, give or take, for the day one. I guess a lot of the cutscenes and the sleeping and all that kind of made up from the rest of the day. It's over here. I'm hoping there's no traps, but let's check what's going on here. I feel like I'm due for some pill upgrades, but let's see. Let's see. No, probably not. Or maybe I don't know. Oh, I only have 39, so yeah, I'm not ready. So it turns out, looks like Neil Druckmann has announced that he is indeed working on a third project. Very much could be Last of Us Part 3, or it could be something new. I hope, even though I would like to see new IP, I do kind of hope it's Part 3, because I feel like they just need to get that going already, and then once there's a third game of this, I think I'm satisfied with The Last of Us in terms of games. Yeah, right? Oh, there's more. Okay, now I think I'm good for pills. But yeah, I do hope it's part 3. I think the second game lends itself to a third part more than the first game lended itself to a second part. So I'd be interested to see what the direction would be and all that. And if there was a theme for the third game, I would hope that it's trying to find peace and redemption and you know, but so you want a new IP. Well, for one, it won't be Uncharted because I think they're done with Uncharted. I think any Uncharted projects will be outsourced to some other developer. Like I do think Uncharted 5 is going to be a thing. I think there might be something like with like Drake's daughter that might be happening at some point. As much as I like, honestly, if there was a new Uncharted, I honestly would wish they would make a sequel to Uncharted Lost Legacy because I actually enjoyed Chloe as a protagonist. I feel like the daughter is just like, oh, we're supposed to like it because it's Nathan Drake's daughter, but she was part of that epilogue, but like she doesn't really have this like very interesting origin story. It's like, oh, my parents were treasure hunters, so therefore I am too. Like, what would drive her to kind of want to be that, I guess, but I don't know. I feel like Uncharted Lost Legacy like actually sets up a nice, interesting character exploration for Chloe, and I feel like a continuation with that would have been cool. But at the same time, you know, not the end of the world if they don't continue with Chloe. But is it a multiplayer game? I don't think Neil Druckmann would lead a multiplayer game. Like I know factions is probably going to be a thing, but I don't think that's the project he'll be working on. Like he's definitely a storyteller and a creative when it comes to, you know, story-driven campaigns and all that. They think we're sheep. Bare your fangs. Join the Washington Liberation Front. Okay, so I think I do have pills now. Is there anything I would want to craft more smoke bombs? I'm not really that interested in that. Listen mode clarity, and then craft silencers. Well, what? Didn't I already do improved silencers, faster prone movement. I already have that. Listen mode clarity. Oh, is it going down? I think it is. So then I'm confused. Like, do I have this already? Or do I have to learn? I feel like I forgot if we're going up with the skill tree or down with the skill tree. I would have. This must speed. Yeah, because we're definitely going down then. Okay. Dude, is there going to be new God of War? I think they should go away for a while. I think Santa Monica Studio should. I mean, the thing is, they are the God of War studio. They have really not done anything else but God of War since since I don't even know. Like, they've been doing God of War since PS2. I would like. I mean, I feel it like we know that the two God of War Norse games for the PS4 and PS5 were it's supposed to just be a dual saga, not a trilogy. I could see them doing something with Atreus, as a spin-off game. Uh, but I don't know. I feel like God of War it definitely has opened itself up where they can do multiple mythologies. Should they continue with Greek Kratos? Huh, that'd be interesting. Like go back to Greek Kratos, but I don't know. I feel like at this point, I think they've opened the door to like explore more mythologies. I know like Egyptian was one that I think Cory Barlog actually said himself that he would be interested in doing when he was hypothetically thinking about it. But it's nothing's written in stone. No one wants to play as Atreus. I mean, if they can make an Atreus game that just kind of makes his gameplay more interesting and maybe makes it more worthwhile to play. I mean, I didn't mind his gameplay in the original. I mean, in the Ragnarok game, but yeah, I guess you're right. But I'm just trying to think of like how do you get away from Kratos for a while? Like I want to have that E3 trailer moment where we didn't realize that God of War that like where Atreus is playing with his toys and then he goes into the cabin and out of like the darkness comes Kratos and there was a huge like crowd cheer because we haven't had Kratos like that. Like we haven't seen Kratos in a while, and it was so jarring to see him in a new world. I want him to go away for a while, the same way he did with the Greek games, because the last game was 2013 Ascension, which was the last Greek game, and then he came back 5 years later. I would like to see Kratos. I mean, I think it would be foolish if they just stopped making God of War games. But I would like to see him go away and then come back. But at the same time, it's like, how do you do it now? Because it's like they established he has a son. We kind of are more connected to the son, the father-son relationship dynamic now. Um, where I know they didn't what's it called? Um, what's a term called? Um, I'm blanking, but I think I'll do my pills later. What's a It's on the tip of my tongue. I'll come up with it. But basically, they didn't like wash away that the Greek games didn't happen. Like they're still part of his past in the Norse game. But I just wonder, like, how would he even travel to another mythology at this point, and why? Like, why would he? Um, that's something like they need to creatively try to figure out, I think, and which is tough, because you don't want to come off like you don't want it to come off tacky, where it's just like, oh, this is the reason why. Like, I mean, how many like how much like tragedy and like backstory does the character need to go through, and like why would he be even traveling to another world? It just I don't know. It's very It's very hard, I guess. But at the same time, it's like if they could figure it out, that'd be good because I want to play more God of War. But at the same time, if they can come up with a game as like an in the interim of that is just a completely new IP, I'd be all for that. I know they've attempted to do that once, but it got like canceled. The game got canceled that they were working on. I forget what the game was called. But yeah, it'd be interesting. Meanwhile, I just maxed out Ripperoo on Crash Team Rumble. That's my fourth character I've maxed out. I've been taking it slow, you know. I know a lot of people probably are ahead of me, but you know, like the battle pass is all completed, all that. But yeah. So far I have Crash, Coco, Brio, and Ripperoo all maxed out. I'm trying to go for characters first that I really want their music. Like I'm trying to get all like the Naughty Dog soundtracks. Like I'm having fun trying to collect those first. So I think the next game, and the next character I'm playing as currently is, or actually, yeah, I started playing as I continued as Cortex. I haven't maxed out everyone yet. Yeah, it's gonna take it's gonna like for me. I'm like, there's no rush. Like this game is gonna be an ongoing game for a certain future. So I'm all I'm all just down to play casually, listen to a podcast or listen to some music while I'm playing, and it's fun that way. Oh, what's down here? Do we have a workbench? I got full ammo. Oh, we do have a workbench, okay. Let's take some parts. But yeah, I'm gonna try to go for Cortex. Then I'm probably gonna get Tawna because you know she has her Crash 1 bonus music. What we got here? I'm probably gonna go for Catbat last because I'm not really a fan of his music.
It's pretty good.
Oh. Happy birthday, Dad! The best clicker killer in the whole QZ. That's like Kratos if he was in The Last of Us. What we got here? Engine should be coming soon. That's true. I wonder, are they gonna make? Will they have his Crash 2 theme, or his Crash 3 theme, or his Crash 4 theme? See, Dingo Dial, I enjoy the Bayou music, but I do wish they gave us his Crash 3 theme first. What is this? Archery? I guess this is like the Atreus of The Last of Us world. Wait, what did it say though? Whoop, my bad. Boris Legasov, Sunnyvale Archery, first place. Wow. I wonder if there's any archery equipment around here. Yeah, I love the Crash 3 Dingo Dial theme. Yeah, you know, like, that would be cool to have. Should I go upstairs first? Okay, this is the thing that was locked before. Okay, let's see what my bench is telling me. Oh, there's more parts. Hold on. Not yet. Let's collect those parts first. Parts are all good. What's with the sailing? I was like, if there's like infected in there, they're gonna like drop out. Alright, let's go. Okay, what do I want to do? So this is all done, I guess, right? Okay, we're done with the pistol. What's the revolver telling us? So we did the fire rate, we did the reload speed. Damage we can't do. Stability. Replace the revolver grip to reduce recoil and decrease weapon sway. I think I'll go for this. And I gotta say, I think Crash Team Rumble has legs. I know a lot of people were critical of it being like basically one mode, but I'm having fun with that one mode. And I'm willing to wait for what they add down the line. You know, so far they've added that new map Bog Down. It's good. It's just enough to keep me going. They have cool aesthetics that they're adding and stuff. But you know, I still have to max out these characters. Collect. I really just care the most about the music. Like I find that to be fun. But other than that, I'm just enjoying the gameplay. It's just a fun thing to turn on and play for like an hour. Before like I start watching a TV show or something. Like it's just a game. It's a game that's going to be It's probably going to be one of my most played games of the year, I think. If it's not Death Stranding, but in terms of games that came out this year. Alright, so we're done with this area. Let's see. Trying not to skip anything here. Did I get everything back here? Oh yeah, I forgot there's a little area to drop down in here. Let's check it out. Anything of note back here? Nice. The Zap Trap mode is back. I still have not had a chance to play the Zap Trap mode. The first time it came out, I missed it. So, is it out now, or is it back this weekend? Because I'll play that. Wachumero. Or is it Wakumero? Wachumero. Real name unknown. Brains 80, Brawn 40. Affiliation the New Dogs. Huh. Having earned his fortune as the creator of the streetwear line I See a Universe Wear trademark, this disillusioned former entrepreneur retired at age 32, intending to travel the globe and spread the gospel of decommodification. But after being struck twice by lightning on a mountaintop in Peru, he was gifted with the ability to conjure visions with the beat of his psionic drum. With the right rhythm, his visions can alter reality, bringing people's unpredictable dreams to life. Neutral. If only drumming could get you, just alter your life. Like, I guess it does do that. I don't know. I never played the drums really. It's out now. I saw someone play it. Okay, cool. Maybe after this, I'll hop on. Yeah. Oh, there's a game announcement that kind of caught my attention. I don't know how I feel about it just yet, but it's a game that would be a continuation of games I own and I would like to play. What we got here? The rules. WLF rules must be followed. All WLF soldiers' instructions must be followed. Okay, that's... Okay, Fedra collaborators will be executed. Permission required for leaving assigned zone. Curfew will stay in effect until further notice. Okay, so yeah, the game that they announced was which I don't know exactly how to feel about yet because it's kind of different from what they usually is South Park Snow Day, published by Ubisoft, developed by THQ Nordic. That's a different team than what than the two South Park games that came out for PS3 and PS4. You know, South Park Stick of Truth and South Park: A Fractured Butthole. Um, it's different. It's 3D, so they're kind of going back to the scarier time when, like, the PS1 and 64 game was 3D, the like Turkey game or whatever it is, and that kind of wasn't a good game. Um, I kind of like the idea. I'll definitely check it out. Yeah. See, like, what I want to know more about it is how is the gameplay? Because it looks like it's going to be kind of like a top-down thing. Because I know that um Trey Parker and Matt Stone are big game enthusiasts, like board game enthusiasts, Dungeons and Dragons type thing. Like, they've been playing that. Like, they do that as like a. I know Trey Parker does that as like a hobby on the side. Like, and that's kind of why he enjoyed making those first, or him and Matt Stone making those first two games, because they understood games. They understand video games, and the fact that they were very heavily involved with the writing, that goes a long way, and that it really was just a continuation of the show, and it helped that it was kind of in the show's aesthetic. It's basically like you're playing the show. Um, I guess if they're going for a different type of genre, like a more of a top-down thing, maybe 3D. Maybe it lends itself to 3D better. Um, I would just have to see how they're involved and maybe what their creative direction is. If they are in any way involved with the game. Like, the first two games were developed by Obsidian Entertainment, so this is a new. The THQ Nordic is doing this for what I believe the first time. I don't know if they've ever done any other South Park games in the past, but it's not like a top. It looks almost like what a lead, like from what the trailer was, because they didn't really give you any real gameplay. But from what I saw, it looked almost like a League of Legends type or Diablo type. Like I guess, like, not directly top down, but like it looked like you're kind of like you see it as if it's like a board, and or whatever. But I could be wrong. I don't. I still have no idea what the gameplay or the genre is. But I'm very interested to see what it's about. I'm not a big Ubisoft guy, but they did good with publishing and kind of allowing Obsidian to develop those first two games properly, those last two recent games properly. So I hope this can fall in line with that. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it yet. I think right now they just showed us a teaser trailer. I don't think it's enough to get excited about yet. But if Matt and Trey are very heavily involved, then I trust them. And I think the first two games were so successful and critically acclaimed that I don't think Ubisoft would just take this new game not seriously. I think they would try to make sure that it's quality. But I guess it's a wait and see. It's announced for 2024, so we'll have to see. But I'd be excited to play it if it turns out to be in any way decent. Because licensed games in general are hard to come by to begin with. So, but I trust South Park. From what I saw of the game so far, I'm not too jazzed about it yet. But we'll see. I don't want it to be a 3D fighting arena or whatever. Yeah, it would have to be something. I would hope that it's something more strategic and a little bit more in line with kind of like the turn-based stuff that we were seeing with Fractured Butthole and Stick of Truth. All right, so I think we're good here. Where am I? Alright, so I think we're good. We can keep going now. Was I in this area? I was, right? Yeah, I went down that door. But there's another place here. Was I in here? I think I was. Like, okay, so I think we're good now. So at least, because, and there was also an announcement that Sony's first-party games have uh, quietly been delayed. I don't know if that's why we're only really getting one first-party game this year, or are they talking about it's going to be delayed beyond 2024 or something? But I don't imagine it. I have to imagine that there's something in down the pipeline, but I at least want to see. I'm at least happy that there's something for me in 2024 so far, even if it's not too clear of what it is, of whether I will really dig it, and that's South Park Snow Day. I'm interested in the new Ninja Turtle game. It should have a darker tone. Oh, okay. I didn't actually see. I haven't really checked out much of that announcement yet. I have to see it, but that'd be cool. And like I said, I also I'm very curious about that Nickelodeon All Stars Part 2 or whatever. Oh, did I just wrap around? So if that game turns out to be good, I think I could pick that up also. But yeah, I'm just a little worried about what's going on with 2024 in terms, because Spider-Man 2 is gonna be able to hold me over. But right now I'm kind of in a, like, Crash Team Rumble's just holding me over and whatever. It's just,
How do I get up there? There's too many of these assholes. Hold on, Tommy.
see what's over here. Oh, this is a huge area. See, if I was trying to do some collectible thing, if we still had those like Firefly pendants, I would have put one in here that you have to shoot to kind of get loose, and then like the water pushes it out or something. That would have been cool. But that would be kind of an unnecessary reason to use a bullet on. But I guess we did use the bullet on the one that was in the tree back in the first game, so what do I know? Maybe, but then again, maybe you could throw a brick at it. Maybe that's what they meant for it. At least it gave you a choice, I guess. Alright, what we got? A lot of exploring so far. Whoa. More reading. Yolanda. Boris. Wolves broke into Fedra HQ and found the enlisted rosters. I've heard they're starting to knock on doors looking for soldiers. I'm not going to be executed in my own town. After things calm down, I'll try to return with a new name. I couldn't find Alfie. I put his food on your back porch in case I don't come back. Give him lots of scratches for me. He always loved you and Sophia. Yolanda. Oh man. See, they're establishing that there's a lost dog out there, and maybe you could find that dog. But why do I have a feeling that they're going to be sending dogs after us, and then it's going to just make it hurt more when we have to like do something about that. I'm waiting for someone to hear that. This is definitely a stealth level, I think. Fuck a WLF. Let's see what you drew. What do I do here? How do I... We just started... I shouldn't have said that to her. She's gonna treat me different now. I know it. I wish my fucking mask didn't fucking break. When did she figure it out she was pregnant? Where were we a couple of weeks ago? Boys? I remember her throwing up in Kennewick. This is too much. It all fucking makes sense. The throwing up, how tired she's been. What the fuck, Dina? Why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you trust me? But did you trust her? But did you trust her? What should I do? It's too late to turn back. Just gotta end this whole thing as quickly as possible. Fuck the W. Okay. Yeah, so Ellie's feeling a little betrayed, like we said. But I think they kind of patched things up a bit. I think they're kind of on the same page again, even if there's mixed feelings. It's interesting that Abby was also experiencing these feelings in the beginning of the game when she finds out that Owen got somebody pregnant. So it's almost like a parallel going on. Alright, let's go into the Roostin coffee shop. Guess nobody's around because I'm making all this noise. Locked. When there's a locked door, there's a way. Bathroom? Huh. So that door's locked. But wasn't I in there? Because there's already something over here, right? That's not letting me in. Is there a way on the roof? There's gotta be a way on the roof, right? I think so. Ah. So... okay. Is there a way over from... No, so I have to go around, I think. Let's check it out. I'm not really seeing what to do here. Maybe the door was just locked. Maybe there really just isn't anything I could do. I don't know. Part of me is just like, I need a... Maybe, oh, maybe I have to come back after wherever, because maybe this is going to bring me to a spot in the neighborhood that will bring me back around that huge pit. Alright, let's go down.
This is dumb. We should be pushing in.
We hold the perimeter until we hear otherwise. Keep an eye out in case he comes this way.
I got something.
Oh god.
Let's get in there.
What'd I say about the dog?
Okay, girl. Sniff around. You think this guy's connected to the girl from the school?
That'd be a hell of a coincidence if they weren't.
I hate these small groups. Big groups, it's a straight fight. These loners, they could be hiding anywhere.
I hear you. Let's find him and get back home.
I meant to do the stealth. See, the dog can find me though, right?
Kira! Go around! Get the side!
Oh man. Okay, I need to heal myself.
Okay.
Very sloppy. Is that a dog?
Anyone got a visual on her? Come on.
Mila! Move up!
She's out! She went back that way. Have to get away. Find her, quick.
Listen, that her? I'll check it out.
Okay.
Got nothing.
Wipe her out!
So far, so good. I don't know who saw me.
See a sign of her.
I don't see anything.
I'll take the building.
Guess I'll just explore a little while they try to find me. This is all mostly set up for like an arena combat though. Okay, so there's a guy there. I could have sworn there was another dog around.
Does anyone see her?
This spot's clear.
Oh, the dog is there, okay. Hell no.
Anyone see her?
We won't go.
Christ, nobody's found her yet?
Nothing to report.
Quiet.
He saw her. This dog's gotta smell me at some point.
What the fuck? Go.
I could have sworn there was another human.
No luck, boy? Come on.
Oh.
Okay.
Alright, now that that's over. Let me see what I can find around here. Nothing really. Seems like a burnt out area. Okay. I should craft. I think we're good. Maybe I will craft this. Okay. Alright, so let's figure this out. Okay. Ammo. I don't know how I go about crafting the axe. Alright, looks like we're good with this. So Gamescom is happening, I think next week or yeah, I think it's a week from now, right? Or Tuesday, I forget. But it seems like they're gonna be more, not so much announcing new stuff from what I've heard, but more about revealing more stuff about games we already know about that were announced. So I don't know, maybe Death Stranding 2, maybe maybe more about factions. Yeah, I can't wait to see what's going on with that. I'm gonna keep my expectations low. I'm gonna tell you right now, I do not think Spyro is gonna be at this thing. I think Spyro, like, I'm really looking for. I'm really thinking it's gonna be announced at the Game Awards, and it's gonna be like kind of like a spring release. I think, if it, obviously, that's if it exists. But let's be real. Like, I think it exists. But in terms of Gamescom Live, I don't think there's going to be anything really new. But they'll delve more into stuff we know about. Maybe there'll be small things revealed. Maybe they're just managing expectations, but I don't think it's going to be anything, I'm not going to get myself hyped about it at all. But I'm looking forward to see what it is about, I guess. And Alright, I think we're good here. Although I do want to go back to that area where there's that pit. I wonder if we're still on track for that. Let's see. If Spyro 4 doesn't show up by the end of the year, I'm gonna give up. Yeah, I think it has to. I don't think Crash Team Rumble. I think Crash Team Rumble got announced for this year. I think they didn't want to take too much attention away from it. Let it have its, obviously there's going to be more coming, but I don't think they wanted to announce Spyro 4 or anything else too soon. But yeah, if there's a Spyro 4, I think that's the next thing we're looking. I think that's the most realistic thing that's next. Employees only beyond this point. Put Spyro in Team Rumble, announce Spyro 4. That'd be cool. I mean, that's definitely the way to go about it is, kind of take control of that mind share, get Spyro on the mind for people, even for people in the Crash fandom. I'm just glad that they put out Spyro in Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled a year later after Reignited. Because with how dark that the franchise has been since 2018, they easily could have not done that. But it would have been kind of a mistake not to, because Activision owns, like Crash Team Racing is if Crash and Spyro can't be in Smash, then you got to put Crash and Spyro together in the best, one of the best kart racers of all time. So I'm glad that happened. Okay, I think we're close to the area. My geography's a little fuzzy right now, but we're close to the area where that pit was to double back into that locked door, but we'll have to see. Alright, so we got a little bit of a puzzle here, I think. Establishing the use.
You hear that?
Basically, that dumpster going down the hill was establishing the physics, and that this is a physics-based puzzle, I think. Okay. Let's see what we got. I feel like it's not going to let me put this up here because it's going to roll back down, but I feel like they put this other ramp here so that I have time to jump on and jump off. There we go. Yeah, there we are. Alright, I think we're good with that.
That worked.
Alright, I guess we'll continue on, because I know these are going to be big firefight areas and stuff. Hillcrest is pretty much known for this a bit. I think this is a good stopping place. But yeah, just to wrap up, yeah, Spyro 4 in 2024 I think has to be a thing. If they can do that, and South Park Snow Day can be a good thing, that will be just enough for the third party to hold me over. But at the same time, I think the question right now is, what first party games are going to be available next year? Because right now Sony has gone dark. There's rumors that there's going to be a second showcase for PlayStation, really kind of showcasing what the future is for the console. Because once Spider-Man's released in October, we really have no idea of any first party except for Factions, which, you know, has already kind of disappointed in a way in terms of not so much being a bad online game, but just not being up to the quality or the standard that Bungie, overlooking the multiplayer aspect of all these games, uh, is doing. It's kind of sad because I don't think Factions needs to be this big live service successful game. I think it could just be what the original Factions where it was in terms of it just being a really great game, online experience to return back to every now and then. I think they got a little ambitious with Factions, so maybe now they're kind of trying to see like what can they squeeze out of the game that will that will profit and what will benefit Sony. Um, but I don't know. It's kind of maybe it's practice to see what, because I know they're trying to go for all these multiplayer games now, like Concord and Fair Games, I think. Um, Being these live service games, and Bungie's trying to help them with that. But I don't know. We'll see. I don't think Factions needs to be that next game, but maybe it's practice to see what can Factions be more of and more be successful with more, in terms of like keeping player engagement going and all that. So I'm willing to wait with that. I think that game has to come out next year, or bust. Like it's like it's been too long. It really was supposed to be a peripheral game for The Last of Us Part 2 that just never, that still has not come out, 3 years later, over 3 years later. But yeah, 2024 is going to be a little interesting, I think, but right now I'm satisfied with the games. I think this has been a good year for games in terms of third party, and Spider-Man 2 will be a great cap for the end, but yeah, really just want Spyro 4, and God, if they can give me another Tony Hawk game, which probably seems the most unlikely out of anything. But anyway, I'm rambling. Pelpa Pig, it's been a pleasure. Anyone out there who wants to like, comment, or subscribe, it's greatly appreciated. You can subscribe to Kev Plays on YouTube or follow me on Twitter at Let's Watch Series. Other than that, keep a clear head, stay safe, stay healthy, and keep on gaming. I'll catch you all next time. Peace out, Pelpa. And we will jump through the hole next episode. Alright, everyone. Peace out.